I missed Ghost. I missed Ghost. I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the end of that episode, when Lorenzo called Tasha and said, "We gonna kill Tariq if he messed this up," basically, that's to me is usually the time where Ghost steps in, and he's no longer with us to do that. So I guess that brings upon new solutions and things like that. But that little moment right there made me like, man, what goes for this? Like, because it seems like them two would be matched up against each other. But anyways, what's up, y'all? This is yours truly, the Mind of Iron Man, back with my instant reaction to episode 3 of Ghost, Powerful 2. Um, a lot of things to get into real quickly. Um, Three major topics, a few short things I want to get into. I've been saying that Tariq's guidance counselor, whatever she is going to let him get them guts. I'm gonna tell you why. This episode made it even more obvious to me that she's gonna try to sleep with Tariq. It's because her ex boo, his professor, slept with that grad assistant and she heard it. And my thing is, her way to get him back, is gonna be to do the same thing he did. So be on the lookout. I'm telling you now, she's going to try to smash Tariq. Um, Number 2, Monet is dating the feds. Good look because it's beneficial, but she's dating the feds. Crazy. I don't remember what other quick notes I had, but let's get into the episode. The big 3 takeaways, 3 and 1. Number 1, Tariq trying to balance out this school thing. Now, to me, this episode wasn't really a Tariq-centered episode, right? I think this season kind of, it's like an introductory, or at least the first half. We're getting to feel these new characters, and while Tariq had a part in this, we're trying to see how he's going to navigate school and helping his mom and all that stuff. He wasn't really a major player to me in this episode. It wasn't centered around him. Clearly, this is going to be a hard challenge trying to, manage school and manage selling dope and doing Reek's work. But he got to figure it out. And he said something real. He was like, man, you got to do your own work. Because if I fail, you still ultimately fail. So you got to work with me. So I think he kind of came around to understanding that his roommate, Reek, I think that's his name. But that's just one. I think Tasha in court is my number 2. And I want to first start off by saying Natori has been doing a phenomenal job. Like, we kind of thought she was a weak actress in some of the early Power years. And she got better and better as each season went on. And I think she's been strong throughout this season so far. I mean, she's picking up where she left off, but the acting has been on point. So salute to Natori. I like how they threw in she wanted to be a singer. Shout out to 3 Dub. Well, they still got controversy, but that's another story for another Instagram or YouTube. But she wanted to take the stand. And clearly it wasn't a good idea. Like, clearly it wasn't a good idea. Like, she thought she did a diddy when she got examined by her attorney. But when they brought in my girl to do the cross-examination, she was out of it. Like, she got all guilty verdicts. And it just kind of shows us that, like, we don't know what the heck they're going to do to get Tasha out of this. I don't know what the heck they're going to do to get Tasha out of this. Method Man is my new favorite character on the show. He's the best new addition to the show to me. Like, his acting is good. His character is exciting. Like, I just like Method Man's character on the show. And I like his little side attorney too. But I like that he's like trying to figure this thing out. Like, he's used to winning so easily and getting scumbags off. And it's like, she's not one of these. But they're painting her to be this. Like, he's to me, he's a bit confused by this. because he kind of thought it was gonna be an easy out, but it's not. Um, and they're looking at Sax, who's the biggest villain on the show. We didn't see him this episode, but he's the villain of the show, so he's trying to figure that part out. Um, this show, I think I'm trying to figure out why his name Ghost still, and it's because it's still really centered all around Ghost. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they do with Tariq, how they get him. I mean, how they get Tasha out of this, because I'm assuming she's gonna end up getting out of this. I don't think we're gonna continue to see her in jail like in the next season and go and so off. So and so forth. So I'm really intrigued to see how this whole court case goes and what wrinkles they throw in down the road. Number three, I think this episode was really an introduction, a deeper introduction into the Tejadas. Because we kind of got to see how each one of them operates. Number one, we saw Lorenzo, who is in jail for who knows what really, but he's living the life of luxury in jail. He's getting everything he needs. He's having a good time. Of course, he wants to be out, but he's still running things from in the jail cell. And we see that at the end of the day, his word is still bond. He's still reigns supreme on the totem pole. Monet, to me, kind of wants that spot, and we see that, and that could be something that's comes into play down the line. But we kind of see that she wants to run shots or feel like she knows what's best, and I feel like that's gonna cause some tension between her and Lorenzo. But we see her, Monet. She knows her kids. They both feel like they know their kids. But to me, I thought Lorenzo had a better grasp on them. Kane is unpredictable. He's wild child. He is fight now, talk later. Versus Drew is talk now, fight later. Drew's gay. I'm gonna say it now. I can see it. Drew is gonna be the gay one on the show. Every show has a gay character. Drew is that character. I see it. And it's nothing crazy. I'm just saying I see it. Not because he's sensitive. I feel like that's what they're going to go with. Watch. And Diana is the one that Monet is kind of trying to groom really to take over things. But she don't want it. She want to go hoop. She want to go be a ball player. So it's interesting it's gonna be interesting to see where the three end up, because they all want different things. Kane wants to be in charge, but he ain't. They know he not too sporadic. Drew is who the dad wants, but the mom says he's not built for it. The dad kind of knows he's not built for it either, but knows he's the only one that can do it, and he knows Diana's heart is not in it. So it's gonna be interesting because I can kind of see Diana leaning towards wanting to get into that side of the business down the road. And I also can see a rift coming between Kane and Drew, because Drew was about to try to handle it, and Kane stepped in before he could. So I can see a rift coming between that. But lo and behold, man, this was another good episode. We ended off with Tariq and Monet coming together, so he can work for it. And I felt like Tariq needed an adversary, and he got it now in Jason and Monet, because they feel like, shoot, we can't control this kid. We know what he wants the most, his mom. So whatever we say go, like, we basically gonna run this kid. And Tariq thinking he know everything and thinking he is gonna be able to smooth this one out. And I don't know, Tariq. You might be harping up a tree you can't handle this time. Ghost not here to help you. Tommy not here to help you. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that play out. And I'm still on the lookout for Ghost, man. He's somewhere. He coming. But yeah, man. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. What you think is gonna happen next? Another good episode. I'm intrigued by this show. I didn't know how much I would like it, but I like it. So, stay tuned. Let's keep watching next week, and we'll be back. You dig?